Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Truth Talk podcast.
Eighth
My name is Joe
edition.
Jarvis.
I'm
Yep,
Alex
Truth
Zach.
Talk number 8. Joe Jarvis, that's Alex Zach. Just want to get straight into this. So we were talking a little bit before we started recording, and I just basically wanted to talk a little bit about the outbound that I'm running right now, and just some stuff that's been working for me. So for the offer that I'm working on right now, it's info product based, right? It's essentially you're basically working with like personal brands, influencers. It's very kind of arduous data to get because it has to be done manually. It's very difficult to find a tool that can actually get that sort of data. Um, so obviously Andrew Tate has completely sophisticated the market by like 3 levels because now every single 15-year-old on earth is a copywriter, right? They're emailing prospects. Oh, can I send you a free gift of 3 free emails? And blah, 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 blah. And it's like, bro, that's their entire inbox right now is prospects getting flooded with like, oh, hey, love the last video that you made about why working hard is important. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a 15-year-old copywriter in Hustlers University. Can I send you 3 free emails as a free gift? Right.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that the compliments are washed because ChatGPT can do that now. ChatGPT can make compliments. Oh, I saw you went to this college. That's so awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Right. That's done. That's washed. Right. And another thing is, bro, nobody cares about the custom compliment that you're writing. Like nobody actually thinks that this is like genuine. You know what I mean? Like I think
Depends.
if you have like if when I was doing DMs, if I saw something on someone's profile and I actually liked it, like I would be
Yeah.
like, hey, I actually do like this. Like obviously that's like when it's genuine, I think they can kind of sense that. But when it's like, loved that last video that you made about working hard, it's like, dude, shut up.
We
Um,
know you didn't want to, bro.
yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, you skip through it on like 2x speed. You found like one thing they said, and they're like, loved what you said about how your dog died of cancer and how that really
Yo,
took a toll on you emotionally.
what?
All right. So, anyways, something that's been working well for me is using custom images. So images are not being used pretty much at all. I'm in one group, and it was kind of like the mentor or whatever in the group recommended it. He was like, "You guys should start using images." So what it is it's basically like just find a picture of their face and then put it in some sort of an image and then work it in to the email copy. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
been working well for me. Because one, nobody's doing it, and then two, if you're clever with it, it actually like makes sense and it catches their attention. And it's hard to replicate because you actually have to do it, right? It's a barrier to entry. It's not like you can just hit a list of 1,000 people with the same image.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it work.
And
So
I've been using this new software that I've been working with, and you can actually put like templates for emails,
mhm.
and like it has like images or whatever like you kind of want the formatting of it. You can completely use it like, and it has AI, right? So you can actually use like different color schemes or whatever you want, and it'll make it for you. So that's actually really cool.
Yeah, I think that there actually might be AI that can do it. But it's pretty janky. The one that
Yeah.
I'm talking about, bro, like I actually do it manually. Like I will pull up their Instagram page, find a picture of their face, go into Canva, do a mock-up, download it. And then this is the sauce. Okay. You download it, you upload it to like Imgur. You know what I'm talking about? Like IMGUR, that website. It's for like
Hmm.
hosting images. And then you get a direct link to it. So it'll be like i.imgur.com blah 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 .png. Okay.
Yeah.
You paste that into the sheets that you're doing, the Google Sheets. And then from there, you can use that as the template because when you essentially put images in emails, it basically links it to the direct link. It's the .png link. So there's ways that you can set up like as a template, like putting that in. So I'm
Yeah.
doing
So
that.
I was just playing with it. You can put it an image, right? And then it has like a headline. And obviously you can change that, right? If you don't want a headline, you don't have to have a headline. But it lays it out as like a different like set. Like if you were putting together a website, it has like different sections, and you can use it on an email too. So
Yeah. So I don't even care, bro. I'll just say it. I wouldn't say this if this podcast was getting like millions of views because
it will
it
get
would like
millions of views, of course, in the
in a
future.
few years, but it would get washed. You know what I mean? Like when you give the exact tactics, but bro, I don't care. Like there's like
No,
7 people
I
watching
don't,
this.
dude. Yeah, exactly. It's not only that, like, even if it was working, like, it's not like you posting it is gonna make like that big a difference when it comes to
Yeah, but
everyone.
it's bro, but it's just like when people in like Hustlers University, like how many isn't there like 100,000 people in Hustlers University? Right. So it's like that's a lot of people. And when there's the professor in there saying, hey, do this one thing, say, hey, can I send you a free gift? And 100,000 people start doing it, you're gonna rinse the market
Well,
of the
obviously, but we
angle.
don't have 100,000 people
Exactly.
watching
That's what I'm
this.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'll just say it. So I'll just read what I wrote. So it's like, hey, first name, really enjoyed the interview you did with CNN earlier this week. Found it super insightful. And then I'll like Photoshop an image of like their face on like the screen of like CNN with like the newscast and then like the reporter standing next to it. And then the headline at the bottom says like important exclusive interview with Instagram's #1, whatever they do, whatever their niche is,
Yeah.
like health expert or productivity expert. Okay. And then below that's like, okay, I may have photoshopped that, but on a serious note, I really don't think that you getting a CNN interview level of authority in your niche is that out of grasp. Right. So it all ties together. So it's like you catch
Mhm.
their attention, but it's not like a bait and switch where it's like, oh, gotcha. By the way, you want some email marketing? Like, no, it
Yeah.
ties together. Like, I'm clever with it, bro. I'm clever
Yeah.
with it.
The
It
secret
ties together.
sauce.
It's like, okay, I may have photoshopped you onto CNN, but on a serious note, I really don't think that you getting onto CNN is that out of grasp because your content on Instagram is really great. You obviously get your students great results. I just think that there's one piece missing from your success formula.
And that
And
is
then
exactly what I offered.
no, but
Surprisingly.
seriously, bro, like that's what it is.
No,
And
I know, but
bro, I got this response today and it was like my Gmail will load. All right. You fill in the silence. I have to pull this up. All right. Yeah. She said, okay, I gotta say, this is one of the best cold emails I've received. I'm listening, which is like, bro, you'll have a bunch of prospects tell you, like, oh, this sounds really good. And then you never hear back from them ever again. Right.
yeah.
So I was
No,
like,
I get a lot of like I'll even get compliments like on a cold call. They'll be like, "This is the best cold call I ever got," and I won't hear back from them, right?
yo,
But it's like,
I used to get that so much. They would be like, I would be like, finish the like offer pretty much. And they would be like, yeah, I don't want it, but I really liked your opener though. Boop.
yeah, and just put the phone down. It's like you're not
Yeah.
getting anything out of it. I guess you feel good about yourself, but
Yeah. So I sent her. I was basically offering to do like a free audit of her process, like a free thing of like, hey, I would change this, and this. Sent her that, and then she said, hey Joe, I honestly probably need your help. You're right on all of this, LOL. My funnel process and having a clear top of funnel offer plus lead magnet has always been my biggest problem. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm traveling for work, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna book a time when I get back. Boom. Close the meeting. Meeting booked. There you go.
hopefully,
There you go.
you gotta follow up. You gotta have it on your lead manager. Have it
Yeah.
all set up.
Dude, I've tried so many CRM setups and I just have not found a single thing that like actually works. That's like actually good.
Oh, what do you mean
You know
by
what I
that?
mean? I just mean like,
CRM is just it's just a little bit tedious, but it helps. It's very organized. It keeps you organized, right?
yeah, so I did it with like,
Probably go high level
yeah,
or
I used to
what?
go high level, didn't like that. It was just super like clunky and like kind of messy. And I would have like all of these leads and then I would have it like automated, but then like the automations would like wouldn't catch all the
The
leads. It was
automations
just,
on go high level like mess up way too often. Like there's way
bro,
too
but
many
they're like
problems with it.
super powerful, those automations,
Yeah,
but they're like almost like too powerful. Like they'll fire when you don't want them to fire if you
exactly.
don't have
And
it
then
set up
when they mess
exactly
up,
how it
it's like
has to be.
it's really bad. Like your
Yeah.
prospect will get like 26 emails in a row, and it's like, let's not do this. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah. You have to be careful with them. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Um,
You're gonna say something?
No, we can keep going. Anything else you want to add on the email side of things, like email marketing and everything?
Mm,
You know,
nothing unique.
I'm
Don't burn
thinking
your
about getting
domain.
into SMS marketing.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you use for
just
that?
because
Like
like this
Twilio?
new, huh?
What do you use for that? Like Twilio?
There's this the site that I have, the software that I have, which I'll show you after this. It
Like
has
Odoo?
access to, yeah, Odoo. Um, but you have to pay. Like if you wanted to get it normally, you have to pay, but it's open source. So I got the code for that and like set it all up and everything, and like
Just rip the
hopefully
code for
tomorrow.
it.
It's open source, yeah. So I run it through like a virtual computer, and then that like loads on my computer, and I have like all the code and everything. So there's still some things you have to pay for, like if you want like very like let's see on this right here. Like if you want like what's something really weird send documents to sign online, like you have to pay money, or like quality alerts. So I don't even know what half this stuff is, right? But the software is really cool, which I think I'll probably demo on the channel or use it on the channel in the future. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's super cool. I'm gonna start using it for this podcast too, because we have some new members that are I'm gonna be talking to try to get on the podcast. So that would be really cool if we got some new people on
What new
here.
members are we getting on here?
I have a real estate guy who wants to come on here, which I'll tell you more about after. And then I'm gonna do some contacting and get some more people on here. I don't want to like limit the scope of it. Like I kind of want to just keep it to like successful stories. Like I don't want to limit because
Yeah.
I feel like look at like Joe Rogan, and like he just puts on whoever he wants, honestly, right? And I don't know. I feel like it.
Yeah. I feel like niching down is good for like business. I feel like it's not good for like personal brand. It's like personal brand is like who you are, you know?
Yeah, this is like
So
who we are.
it's like
This is our
why, yeah, like
podcast.
why limit yourself? Like obviously, bro, like having a niche in business is like you can't help everybody on earth in every way possible. But it's like with your personal brand, bro, it's like who you are. Like
Yeah.
it's you as a person, so you may as well like do everything you want to do.
And I'm thinking also
I
about like offering, just doing some like editing and stuff, just like of the past podcasts and like chopping them up and posting them
yeah,
to see. But that'll take some time. I want to just keep getting as many of these as we can out there, because I think if you actually sit down and like listen to him, we give away some like pretty good value. Um like from what we learned, right? And we can always look back on it. So
yeah.
that's the best
Something
thing
about
about
like
this.
personal brands and like niching down, something I've noticed is like the best personal brands always have like they always mix like two things that you think should not go together. Like they're very like anti-niche. Like look at like Elon Musk. The dude's worth like 200 billion and he spends all day like just like memeing people on Twitter. Just just memeing these dudes like
Okay, well,
like
I don't think
just
that's the best
trolling.
example, but still. I think
Okay, but you have like
for
Elon.
growth, you need to niche down and like target an audience, and then like once you get them, then you can start, doing nurture
Yeah.
content or
But then it's
whatever it is.
like Joe Rogan, like he's a professional comedian and also like a UFC commentator and then also like
Yeah.
a psychedelics hippie.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's
what?
like all these like random things coming together. But it makes you unique though, because like there's nobody else on earth that
Yeah,
has that
I can do
combination.
the bear noises of Joe Rogan. I don't think there's anybody who hasn't seen that clip. Um, but yeah, um, something just fell. I'll have to fix that in a second. Anyway, continuing with anything else you want to add when it comes to outreach and everything like that. I think I dropped something.
That's the biggest thing I've learned. I mean, bro, like obviously there's like a bunch of stuff out there, but I feel like that's the only unique thing I could add. I think everything else I could say about it, like you could just go watch another YouTube video and they'll say the same thing. So
Yeah.
I want to make something that I say like actually unique about the topic, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, for sure, because you can't imagine how many people there are that just like repost like stuff. I don't know. I find it like difficult to trust a lot of the gurus online now, because I don't know who
Yeah.
who is actually good. I mean, obviously, like if I see like, especially like, when it comes to things like cold calling and stuff, like it's really like if it's good, like you can tell it's good. But like there's other things like I just don't trust it really that much anymore. I used to, but like now it's like no.
Dude,
Uh,
so yeah, I've been going through literally every single piece of information on copywriting that I can get my hands on. Like I've been going through like old seminars, books, courses, like everything, and everybody says the exact same thing. Like it's actually like pretty annoying. And that's what I feel like kind of like YouTube is. It's like everybody's just like it's this echo chamber of the exact same thing over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. And when you try, and then the thing is like when someone does do something unique, it gets repeated like 800 times. You know what I mean? Like it's the
yeah.
same thing. Like let's say you do something that is unique, whether that's in SMMA or like gaming or whatever, right? You know what I mean?
So yeah,
That
somebody's just gonna
same
rip you off.
idea just keeps going back and forth and back and forth, and it's just not. And the funny thing is, the people who actually like create that idea, like they are typically more successful if they actually like tried something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's nuance to it because it's like there's also this Dan Kennedy, I think it's Dan Kennedy quote. And he says like you can tell who the I forget the exact quote. You can basically tell who's innovating in an industry because they're the ones face down in the dirt with arrows sticking out of their back. Like basically he's saying like anybody that tries to like really innovate a new thing gets slaughtered, right? Because
Mhm.
you're going to be trying new things and a lot of it's not going to work. So
Mhm.
there is value in like looking at what people are doing and kind of just mimicking what's working, right? There is something to be said for that. But I think that it's like when you're trying to grow your brand, right? You're
Mhm.
trying to give people information and you're just regurgitating what the top 10 people in your space are saying. It's just annoying, bro. It's just, it's like not fun to watch.
Yeah, no,
Um,
and like lately I've been looking for new ways to see like how I can service like clients better. I don't know if this is kind of on top topic, but I just hear the same things over and over again. I feel like it's so limited, but it's really not. Like like you hear like Facebook ads, like do whatever, do a copy, do you know what I mean? Just like do very it's I hear the same things over and over again, but there's so many possibilities for what you can offer. Like it's crazy, like especially with AI now. And I know everyone like, they don't want to like follow like the AI gurus and everything because it's like nobody you don't know who to trust, especially when it comes to stuff like that, like AI. Like
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people, and including myself, I include myself in this, is like when you think of AI, you're like this feels like a cheat. It feels like you're
yeah,
cheating your way. It feels like you're not this isn't a right way of doing it. But if you use it right, it's such an like it could be so cool. And I want to get on the like get in on it before everyone else starts, figuring out how to use it. But AI has so much potential to like, especially in the agency space. Like imagine building a website by using just AI. Like it takes you, an hour and you can build a whole website or,
that's
funnel,
coming
whatever
soon,
you
bro.
want. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's gonna
already there. It's
happen.
already
Yeah,
there. Or like whatever it is, right? Just you imagine being able to automate it, make it so much quicker. And all the people that spent all that time mastering everything, like you learn how to prompt an AI to do everything, and you're ahead of them already.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing with like, image creation and everything. Like, I was looking to make some better thumbnails because the thumbnails have been a bit questionable in the past podcasts. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna just start using some AI tools to do it, just because it's good for me to learn and it looks super good. So,
Dolly,
huh?
like
Dolly
Dolly.
Dolly is the one on Canva, but there's multiple ones. There's like Playground
Dolly's
AI.
the one on It's Open AI.
Yeah, yeah, but it's on Canva. Like if
Oh yeah, yeah.
everyone uses Canva for thumbnails and that sort of thing. Actually, I'm so impressed with the functionality on. Have you used Canva before?
Yeah, I use Canva all the time.
Yeah, no, Canva is crazy though. Like the stuff that they have on there now, because
Yeah,
you can,
Canva's like pretty solid.
yeah, like
Like you can do a lot of cool stuff on Canva.
like I definitely want to like look into like all the possibilities because like Canva, you got like you everything that you could want with sort of graphics, and it even has a video editor in there. Like it's crazy the
Yeah,
functionality that you could just do with Canva alone, right?
yeah, yeah.
So stuff like that.
Yeah, I think with like AI, it's it's gonna be a human with AI that surpasses the the people. I don't think it's just gonna be AI itself because
No.
look, I mean, who knows where it's gonna be 10 years from now, but like where it's at right now, it still needs to be like guided in the right direction. You need to be able to
Yeah,
like
whoever
prompt it.
whoever can prompt it well, whoever becomes a good prompter can really get ahead right now. I feel like prompting is so underrated. Like if you learn how to prompt an AI, and obviously like it depends on like the AI and depends on the tool and everything, but like if you learn like the way to communicate to it, and I don't think I mean you can do anything almost. Like there's AIs for everything now. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that the idea of like you don't have to do anything. You just learn how to teach a computer to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think that'll make sense. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I guess what is it? If we had to name a topic for this, we'd probably say it was outreach, right? Outreach or AI.
Outreach sauce, AI.
I
What
don't
else
know.
did we
The
talk about?
titles for these podcasts have not been the best lately. Not the most
Joe
successful.
Jarvis exposes industry trade secrets for
Industry
outbound
secrets.
outbound sales.
Outbound sale.
Bro, make that the title. Make that the title. Joe Jarvis exposes trade secrets for outbound sales.
Dude, nobody's clicking on this video, bro. Joe Jarvis exposes industry secrets.
Trade secrets, bro. Trade
Trade
secrets.
secrets. Yeah. Hey, why haven't you been posting more on your YouTube?
I don't know, bro. I've got like a backlog of all these. If I just give you access to my YouTube, can you just go and like post them for me? Like literally just drag and drop the file onto YouTube.
Oh, no, the podcast, yeah, definitely. But I'm saying like not the podcast, like outside of the podcast.
Oh, bro, I don't know. It's just limited bandwidth, I guess. It's like it's always been something I wanted to do, but it's like got, a bunch of other I mean, it's not an excuse. At the end of the day, it's a priority thing, you
Mhm.
know.
I
Um
understand that.
it really just like out of all the things that I can do to move the lever in business, making YouTube content is not that high on the list. But it
I
is
don't know. It
something
seems
like
like it seems like it depends on because okay, you already have like the 1.2K followers, which you earned by uploading arduously. Like the amount of content that you put out is like insane. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
because your
Yeah, I'll
content
give
was
myself
literally
credit
just
there.
no, it's crazy because think about it. Everyone blows up in like there's like two ways of blowing up, right? Your way, which is like you post like insane amounts of content, right? You
I
get like
posted
a
like every
subscriber.
single day.
Every
Yeah.
single subscriber that you have is probably from like a single video. If you look at it, right? You could do that way, or you go like the more like edited way where you try to make a video blow up, right? And like I'm
Yeah.
like somewhere in between, right? Like obviously this is really raw. Like I just post this as it is. And the reason for that is because I really want it to be genuine. I really want it to be like just like it's literally just us talking, right? Like it's good. And hopefully when we get more people on here, can expand it and then I'll do like the clips and I'll make it a little bit more edited. Like for my other content, like videos that aren't this podcast, I do like a little bit more edited, right? Like maybe like a subtitle here, like some music here or there, but nothing
What
like
is your other content? I'm gonna go look you up on YouTube.
there's some other stuff. I have a lot of stuff scheduled. There's a lot of stuff we can't be talking about in the next.
Big stuff coming soon.
There's a lot of big stuff coming soon. There is. In fact, when you're watching this video, there's probably going to be a couple more videos that are pretty good.
Yes, sir.
So that's the goal with that. And then yeah, so for I guess we'll go back. My camera's refocusing. Um you want to go back to talking about did we clear everything up with the email stuff? You see
Yeah,
you
that's pretty
spilled your
much all
secret
I had to
sauce?
say. Secret sauce is images.
Because I
Add a
wanted to go
custom
through
image
like
to
think
it.
about it like this, right? For outbound, you have like email, right? Instagram, right? To be honest, both of those are like extremely saturated. Instagram for sure, like especially super saturated. Then
Yeah.
calls, right? Calls can always work out if you know what you're doing, and it depends on the niche, obviously. Like there's people that just get so many calls. It depends
Yeah.
on your offer as well, right? Because if you're like a lot of people when they hear the word setup fee, they just like click off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever it is, right? It may be different, right? And then what else do we have? email, Instagram,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. I don't know much about LinkedIn for
Yeah, I don't use
outreach.
LinkedIn.
Facebook outreach is just not it.
I mean, you could
Like
probably send like TikTok DM. Like you can DM somebody on pretty much any platform.
I've tried Facebook
Um,
before actually, but it was just so like tedious and nobody's account was updated. It's like it's hard to find. I guess you just have to contact active accounts, you know. But searching on Facebook is so difficult. I don't know if that was just for me or just because I didn't know what I'm doing.
yeah,
But
bro, Facebook sucks. Bro, how do boomers use Facebook? Like I log on to Facebook like every 6 months to like update my ad account, and it's like, bro, I'm like, what do I do, bro? Like,
yeah.
it's so hard to use. I'm like, how does my 70-year-old grandma navigate this page?
Yeah, it seems a lot harder than like an Instagram or anything else, honestly. Especially like a Twitter too. Twitter's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess Facebook is more like just kind of scroll.
for
I don't
boomers,
know.
bro. For
Yeah, but
boomers.
it's a lot harder than any other social media. It's odd that that would be the one that they like choose or go with, right? And then okay, we got Facebook, and then what else? What other outreach, right?
I think that's it. I mean, the
Ads.
main
I mean
ones,
ads, right? If you run
that's not
targeted
outreach.
ads,
But that's not outreach. That's like that would be like advertising. That wouldn't be like
it'd be like
outreach.
direct response. It's
You're
not
talking about
really.
that's like,
I'm talking about for getting people for your agency.
oh, yeah, I mean, you have outbound, you have content, and then you have ads. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, content, I guess you could get some people from there, but I don't really, unless your brand is big enough. And most of the time, your content is towards like agency owners instead of,
Yeah.
people who you're marketing to. But obviously, you could change that, right? If I wanted to target realtors right now, I would do that. But the thing is, I don't think a lot of realtors are going to listen to a 17-year-old who doesn't even have a real estate license, right? Um, but and agency owners would listen to someone who is 17, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's something that I struggle with a lot, like getting the like authority to say things on YouTube, like not like feeling like I have
Credentials. Yeah.
the credentials to say stuff on you. I feel like that's part of the reason that you stop uploading too. Like you're like I want to go do this myself rather than just talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. That was a big thing, was like I was making all these videos about like basically like self-improvement, like improve your life. And I was
Mhm.
like, dude, like what am I doing? Like I'm making YouTube videos. I'm making
It's just
YouTube
this
videos.
endless loop of like
And it's
I'm
like,
making
yeah, it's like this circular logic of like I make YouTube videos and then
to
I'm gonna
improve
make
myself
money.
and I
I'm
make
gonna make
video.
money from the YouTube videos, and then I'm gonna build a business around it. That's gonna improve my life, and it all just goes in a circle. And it's like I became successful teaching other people how they can be successful, and it was like I just need to like actually do this, and then if I want to share something like on the way, which I still do to this day, by the way. Like I post every so often on YouTube
Mhm.
because I'll just be working on the business or I'll be doing stuff. And I think the last video I posted was like discipline is for slaves. That video was a banger, bro. Like that was actually a really good video. Not in terms of like production quality, like the production quality sucked, but just in
Well, I
terms of
mean,
like
most of
what I
your
was
videos are
saying.
just unedited, right? And
Yeah,
if I feel like I'm gonna be very honest, like if you were to edit your videos, like just a little bit of editing, I think that could go a long way because the ideas are there, right? But you don't put like any effort into
I
like
don't.
no effort into like editing or like titles or SEO. Like I feel like you're just like here, take a look at this if you want to look at this, bro. I don't care. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm excited like if I can have like a team around it where it's like I just sit down at my computer, make a video, send it off, and it gets like edited, SEO optimized, thumbnail made, they post the video. Like
Okay,
if
but
I can get there,
you need some sort of like money to
that's
do
what I'm saying.
that.
Like
Yeah.
eventually, like once the agency is like cranking, because like bro, like that's gonna be a long-term play. Like right now, if I'm gonna hire somebody, like full time, they would help
Yeah.
me with like sales. They would help me with like sales. Like that's the thing. I need somebody where I can very tangibly say, like, they closed this many deals this month. They made me this much money. Right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, and then from there, if you want to kind of like branch out into some other things where it's
I mean,
like,
if you need a closer, you should just hire someone and tell them the more that they close, they get a commission. Just tell them that.
Yeah, but I don't really have the infrastructure in place where I can consistently say, like, you're going to be taking this number of calls per
Oh,
week.
like the booking of calls can also be tough, is what you're saying, like the outreach right
I'm
now.
just saying, like, I'm trying to build like some solid infrastructure first. And then if I want to bring in other people, you know what I mean? Like that, they'll kind
I
of
would
fit
bring in other
into the system.
people to just, I mean, like, okay, if this was a closer that's like good, and the thing is, right now, I feel like you're not getting enough calls to the point where you would want another closer.
Yeah.
Like the amount of calls that you're getting, you want to take them because you want to do the best job that you can, right? I feel
Yeah.
like.
I mean, a closer, I don't think is ever going to be able to articulate what you do as well as you can, you know? So it's like when you hire a closer, you're kind of you're doing that knowing that they're going to be closing at 10% worse than you. But it's just
Well,
because of the sheer
okay,
volume
it
that
it
they're taking
depends.
that it just doesn't matter.
Well, think about it like this too, because if they can be good at sales, right? Sales is really like if you're a closer, right? You can sell. You obviously you need to know about the product, right? But there's just
Hmm.
tangible sales skill or not intangible sales skills. Is what I'm trying to say that some people have and some people don't, or some people learn, right? And
Yeah.
if you're good at that, right, you can close them probably at a higher rate than you could, like even if they know the product less than you, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be worse at sales, but
Yeah.
and know the product better and close less than the guy who knows less about the product and closes more.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I'm
Because
just trying
sales
to
is a
build up
very
like the infrastructure.
sales is something that it's very, I mean, there's like a skill set for that. You know what I mean? Like it's very you need to know what to say and how to position yourself and everything. Like I would definitely
Yeah.
I would like to do sales. Um but I just don't I feel like it's not something I want to like look into right now. Like I feel
It
like I'd
goes back
rather
to
be
shiny
doing
object syndrome.
what?
I think it goes back to shiny object syndrome. Like just stick with one thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of right
Yeah,
now.
but yeah, what I was gonna say there though is like if I were to hire a YouTube team, that's knowing that that money won't come back to me for like a while because it's
Yeah,
like
because
getting
YouTube
started on
money is like
YouTube. Getting started on YouTube, it's like it's gonna take a few months at least to really get a channel where like you're getting good views, good engagement, people are seeing your stuff, and they're getting interested in what you have to offer in terms of money.
yeah.
Um,
No, for sure. And
so
YouTube is
so but
very
yeah,
very different. But if I were you and you're going into YouTube, I just do Instagram, I do YouTube, and just blast it out everywhere. I'm thinking about doing Instagram too. Just like I don't know. The thing is, I don't want to use my personal account, but I might have to use my personal account and just start posting things on there. Um, but just because I want to have it on multiple platforms, so just like you can find me here, find me here. You know what I mean? Whether it's like on Instagram
yeah,
or on YouTube. So yeah.
yeah. I feel like Instagram would be good just because a lot of my, actually all my prospects come from Instagram. So if
Exactly.
I
Like if
could,
they're on Instagram, like, hey, look, you can come check out my Instagram. Like you can see I'm legit. Like I'm right here.
yeah,
So
that would be cool. Um, yeah, I think we're running out of time here. Anything
yeah.
else you want to say?
No, I'm all good. Um, you want to
Yeah.
do the outro again?
Yeah, I'm all good. That's all I had to say. Um, thank you all for watching episode number 8. Is that right? 8?
Yeah, 8.
Episode number 8 of Truth Talk.
We're
Um,
we're 80% to being what is it? What was the quote? It was like 10% of podcasts don't only
they
10% of
quit
podcasts
before.
quit before episode 10. We're 80% there.
Yeah. So
And then
thank
it
you
was
all
like
for watching.
1% out of 100, right? It's something crazy like that. Anyway, continue.
Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the last 38 minutes of absolute sauce on online business, make sure to drop a subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, family, uh, what else? Friends, family,
Coworkers.
coworkers, your pet gerbil, share it to all of them.
We
Um, yeah, I think that's it,
And
right?
also, if you are watching this and you want to come on the podcast, feel free to leave a comment or get in contact with me. You can,
Alex,
yeah.
Alex, where can these people get in contact with you?
My email is in the description in the like if you look up about and then you can look at my email. and I'm gonna make it a lot easier. I'm building out a funnel for the podcast so you guys can fill out the stuff there and book an appointment in with me. So,
Wow, that was really helpful. Thank you for sharing that, Alex.
of course.
All right. I think that's it.
All right.